A makeup tutorial on it's an inspired look by Beyonce on her new video 1+1. So first I'm going to begin by pulling my hair back and getting a primer. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Shimmery Potion Primer, and I'm going to put that all over my lids. And also I'm going to put some right under my lash line because we're going to put color there. Okay, so the colors that I'm going to use for this look are going to be like some metallic browns, metallic golds, and some black with shimmer. I put a lot of this on. Okay, first I'm going to begin by using a cream shadow. Since her look is very dewy, a cream shadow will give us that little dewy glow. And I'm also going to show you another technique to get a metallic-y look. I'm going to use both in this video, so let's see how that turns out. I've never done it. I do one or the other. The primer that I put on is just as good as this. You could either use one of these cream shadows. If you don't have a primer, you could use one of these. And they work almost just the same. It's just so you pat on the eyeshadow and so that it stays. Okay, so the first color I'm going to use in this tutorial would be a dark brown. This is the Hip, L'Oreal Hip. At Duo Metallic. It comes with the gold, like the goldish tone, and then the brown. So what I'm going to do, now this is the technique, I'm going to get a little bit of like contact solution or saline solution, and I'm going to get a brush, and I'm going to get this brush. This brush is specifically for foiling, that's the technique, but you could use any flat kind of brush. See how it kind of like, I don't know if you could tell in that, but it's flat. It's not like real bushy. So I'm going to put some on the lid. Well, I guess I could just add it there, because all I basically need it for is to dip my brush in it. So now my brush is getting wet. See? Then I'm going to get some of that color, and then I'm going to put it on my lid. You can foil infuse this look. That's what it's called, foiling. And it makes it really dewy looking. I'm going to do all the dewy techniques I can for this video. See what happens. Right now I think it's too wet because it's leaving some of the spaces. You're probably going to need a pigmented shadow. This might not work. So okay, I put that as my lid color. So time to blend. It's not going to blend too well since it is using a water base. We're going to come back in and we're going to add more shadows, so don't worry. We're starting with one of the darker colors first. So that's the way it looks so far. Then I'm going to take this color, this one right here, with a shadow brush. Any shadow brush will do. And I'm going to place that as a crease. Color. Because her colors are brown. In the beginning of the video, she has it more of a brown. And then toward the end, or the middle part, it has this like dark black kind of look. So after I'm done putting it on the crease, I'm going to blend. I spend a long time blending. I always want my looks to look like if they're in a gradient scale. So it might take up some time. Okay, so the next color I'm going to use is, I want a deeper brown, like a, not a deeper brown, but more of a brown brown, because that one was like a black brown. So I'm going to be taking Smog from the Naked palette. It's like a brown, goldish tones to it. You can use, it's this one right here. You can use different browns. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. It's this one. You can use any kind of brown like that, so that you could put it in the crease color. And I'm using a blending brush to put it in. The blending brush allows me to do it, make it less harsh. I find that it doesn't get as much color when you do the blending brush, but then it blends in so nicely. Okay, so it looks something like that, and then I'm going to blend. Okay, now I'm going to use another color just to deepen it. To give it more of a contouring kind of effect. I'm going to use Buck. Put that on the lid. Then I'm going to blend. So since she has a neutral kind of color for her highlight, it's not really obvious. I want to use something that is more to my skin color. I know Virgin from here is not the greatest color because it adds like a shimmer, which I don't want. But for this tutorial, I don't have anything else handy, so we'll just go for that. Okay, now we're going to be working on the darkest color, which is a black. I didn't do the foiling technique too well, so I'll just do it for another video. Okay, now I'm going to be using a black. I'll just use Creep from the Naked palette. Any black will do. If you have black with like goldish tones or shimmery, that'll be perfect. So you're going to put it on your outside V. Just to deepen it. So because it's not so obvious that she has it like V, you need to blend this part. This part is important to be blending. Blend, blend, blend. The effect comes from the eyeliner that we're going to use. We're going to be using two eyeliners. One is going to be a shadow liner, and one of them is going to be a pencil liner. Okay. So right now it looks something like this. Okay. Now I'm going to place some of the color that we used from the Hip Duo right under my eye for the lower lash line. We're going to use some of the brown. And then we'll bring it in. Make sure that's blended.